I'm gonna just leave you with that.
I ain't mad at
But no, I mean seriously, because it reminds me of the conversation with oh boy, where he was like, man, that's what's wrong with black folks. They just content in being broke. What you talking about, man? You think I'm broke? You think I'm broke because you tried to set me up with your sugar daddy uncle. Which is funny because internally he knew that I wouldn't accept it, and that's the reason why he tried it. But a little piece of him thought that I would because he also bundled me in with all of the women that he knows and was like, "But they'll both get something out." I knew where his heart was in it. They'll both get something out of it because I know my uncle gonna give her money or whatnot, and she'll take it once she know that he not trying to da 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 or whatever the case may be, and this that and the other. No, I won't, and I have not taken a dime from that man.
it. Mm.
This calls for disorderly conduct.
We do put so much stock on money, man.
Man,
And the Bible says the mother of money is the root of all evil. And when you even like going through like looking at this guy that does holistic stuff, the video I sent you the other day, looking at like the ingredients and everything that is in processed foods, the way that they take natural stuff out of foods to like why would you take something natural out of like it
it
like
costs too
it's
much.
weird and there's
The
no way so
big
and the
business is
crazy
all
crazy
about
it's
cutting
it's lack
corners.
of the lack of patience now because if I have to wait until this thing
Actually, I take that
grows.
back. What I just said was a lie. Most of the things they actually don't, unless it's already been discovered by somebody else. I gotta carry this thing 762 meters. This is
Hmm.
insane. I'm not gonna be able to do this. So yeah, I quit.
And so
Anywho,
you begin to realize, oh man, y'all recreate this stuff to duplicate it way faster than it will grow in nature so that you can sell it and make money off it
We hold
today.
boots on the
That's
ground.
why y'all do all that. So that you can make it faster at the quality is not the same. But I can duplicate this with synthetics instead of waiting for the natural tree to grow or the natural fruit to mature or the natural vegetable to come out the ground. I'm gonna duplicate, and I can triple, quadruple. My money will build as quickly as I can duplicate this thing.
I'll
So
take
then
it
you
a
realize,
step further. But outside of that, I don't even really think that it's that. I think that it is easier for people with money to go through and to do what you just explained because we can't do that, right? But what we
nope.
can do is we can go through and start a garden.
That's what I'm gonna do. Well, listen, wait till this money hit my account. Wait till the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Pots and soil, baby. I'm about to give me a pineapple. I'm about to give me a pineapple and some
I would say the
ginger,
first thing
and we gonna
out.
put this, and we gonna put this shit. We gonna put this shit. Y'all, I ain't playing. And once I
You know
get
what
this
I
leaf
want? I
of
want
life,
dandelions too. Dandelions are actually they were really good for a lot of things. Dandelions, of course, all of my herbs and my greens,
once I get
veggies
this
and fruits.
leaf of life plant, like even now, I would have already eaten a leaf today. I would have ate leaves yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I would have been. I
You would
looked
have
up
been
at
in
this
there. You
book today.
look. You would have been in there blending breast milk and leaf of life, giving it to the baby. And I ain't mad at it.
Telling
Chelsea be
you,
looking at you crazy, but
man. When I saw the leaf of life plant had the seeds, I was like, bro, the leaf has seeds. I've never seen it. I didn't even know this
seeds
existed.
on it. Yeah.
I didn't even know this existed. I was like, man, look at God's creation, bro. Stuff I didn't even know exists. I was like, man, that is dope. And the crazy part to me is like if we go back in time, funny we've been talking about time, but if I go back before there were merchants and people had businesses and taxes and governments and whatever, like I'm not saying we got to go back with to Adam, but I just want to know like why wasn't this good enough? Like, I don't get it. Why did we mess everything up by? by putting up
Same
by
reason why
putting
we went
processes
through and
on it.
voted in judges.
Like
There
that
used
just
to be no
trips
judges.
me out. Cause I'm like, man, when I think about like look at creation now, I'm like, dude, this is all this stuff is amusing and entertaining enough. Watching
What do
these
people do?
plants
They
grow.
try to go through yet again instead of just going to God. They try to go through and figure it out and how they gonna fix the error of their ways, which was dang, we had it so good already and we messed that up. Okay, so how we gonna go through it and fix that and continue to mess it up, not understanding and realizing, man, just let God do it. Let go.
Crazy.
God.
Cray to me, it is because man, I tell you right now, I'm excited about this garden. I can't even hold you. I'm excited about this garden. I really am. In all honesty, that just check me out. Back before, cause and the crazy part is like we live in a world now where we're used to cell phones, we're used to internet, social media, and everything like that. But
Ah, Wellspring, you found me.
I've got your
we've
back.
talked about before
You've
how
got some admirers.
mental illness is a thing that
going
exists
on?
now.
Living
People don't know how to
Outlander.
have peace of mind now, right? Um,
Augurs,
people have trouble
we're a
sleeping.
people of rule and ritual.
People can't sit still.
Foot in this town is
I know grown people in their 20s right now. This is, and I mean, I know you've seen it because you've been out there in the workforce too. When I look at like 20, 25-year-olds and younger,
our purposes are grand.
they don't even know how to sit down and be quiet right now. And if they do, they need their cell phone. Like nobody can just exist in a room anymore. We have to, and that I feel like that's a mental struggle for you to have a fidget spinner, for you to have to be looking at something. You mean tell me that you can't just sit down with nothing in your hands, nothing garnering your attention, and just people watch, just look around the room, or just like we can't. I work with guys. If you sit them down quite like it is TikTok, it is Instagram, it is. I got to be on the apps. I got to be scrolling. And you're just like, bro, this is crazy. And then that translates, I feel like, to insomnia. When they get, even now, I feel like, yeah, you have trouble sleeping because your brain don't stop. Your brain don't stop because it is. We talked about it when I first got on this. When I first started talking about Madden, overstimulation. You are always doing something. Your brain is overstimulated 24/7. So if I put you somewhere where you have nothing to do, you are at a place of unrest now.
Remain enclave leaders.
And I don't think that God designed us for our brains to be going 50 miles an hour all day, every day. As a matter of fact, and there's videos out there that rest is very important. And what exactly what is rest? It's not just you closing your eyes, but you being able to kind of shut down for a moment. Let your body reset, lay in bed, relax, say your prayers, find your peace, go to sleep, wake up, meditate. If we don't, that's not a thing, man. And so I don't think that, and I mean, I know you don't either. That's kind of common sense. But when you talk about the mental unrest of the world, it's linked directly, I feel like, to technology on many different levels. And that's just one thing.
I am simply skipping the pleasantries.
I'm saying all this to say I can't wait to make it to heaven when all this stuff is over. Because if you could go back in time to a time when there was no technology, right?
Simply pronounce your sentence.
Where we had to deal with each other in person, where if I wanted to see, what a Cindy Lou, I had to walk 2 miles to her house. Like, think about how different that time was, the mentality of people in that time, probably the mindset of people in that time, and then when you come to modern day time, I bet you nothing is new under the sun, but the struggles were different in those two times because they probably weren't nearly as crazy as we are today, not mentally at least. And it's just it's
Even
different
more
now, man.
accepting back then as well. Last night when I was talking to Tree, she was just like, "My family is under attack. My family is under attack," and I had to sit for a moment to gather the words of what it was that I was feeling in reference to what it was that I was listening to, and I was like, "Well,
then by tradition it is you
Here's a
who
here's
must
a
return
different
it to its rightful
side of
place,
looking at it.
Outlander. There.
Those
The
people that are
people of the
gone
realm
now,
will want to see
they're at
this.
rest.
Do the honors, Wellspring.
But
Place
what
the
I'm
Mm.
worried
record.
about is the you and the grandma, because grandma still don't stop moving. She trying to go through and make homemade potato salad, homemade collard greens, homemade this for this repast and everything for her son-in-law, while her sister is lying on life support and this, that, and the other, and having to be forced to do this, that, and the other. And then it took me to asking Treese. I said, Treese, what happens to Duchess if something happened to you? Because she's got a hip surgery coming up. Hips, 42 years old, she's about to have hip surgery, and she really needs double hip surgery. So what happens if something happens to you? She didn't have an answer. And then the answer that she gave was, I guess, the same thing that would happen to Reagan, which actually isn't a true statement. Because regardless of however it is that she feels about it, the reality of the situation is that Reagan does have another side of the family. Reagan does have a father. He works two flips, but she do got one. But see, Duchess, her father, just got sentenced to 48 months. And her mother is a regular known drug addict that has no chance whatsoever, whether Treese dies or not, of getting Duchess. So the question still remains, who gets Duchess?
Mm.
But I look at that dynamic and everything inside of that, and I'm like, this is where I'm so grateful of the upbringing on this side of town, because it's a whole cluster of people that aren't personally self-sufficient. So they would not be able to take over the mantle. I don't they talk about the matriarchs and the patriarchs and things of that sort, and then when they pass, oh my gosh, well, who's going to live? Why is it that we dole it out to one person? Why is it not a shared village thing of the way, taking it back to what you were just talking about, to the way that it was back then when people had to go travel them 2 months and 3 months and year long walk travels across countries to go through and see this person, that person, or whatever. They didn't go by them. It wasn't just them and no daggum donkey in their thoughts. I'm just saying it. What they didn't do that by themselves. So why is everybody trying to do everything on their own?
You make a great point.
I get where he is coming from, but like no one wants to just sit and quiet and just be. Like rather have conversation or do something. If it get quiet, then okay. But I mean, we are reading or something. No, it's not. And I pray for you and your sister in reference to y'all thinking that y'all can't just literally sit down and be with your thoughts. What is it that you don't want to sit with? Why is it so hard for you to sit down, even 30 minutes? Just sit down and to be within your thoughts and reflect on what you did that day, what you could have done better that day, instead of trying to go and find a quick fix on the internet to just get past it. You can't just get past anything. You should go through it, because how do you gain experiences if you don't go through it, and instead you just choose the internet. Oh, okay, I this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the resolution, this is the resolution. It's not supposed to be that easy. You can't learn.
You talking to one of your viewers?
Yeah, my child. she
Oh, Kai.
she responded to you, yeah, in the chat.
Oh. Oh, man. Kaya, what's up?
It's the Outlander.
I'm not coming for people that can't sit still, sweetheart. What I'm saying is,
Why can't you sit still?
Return to
yeah,
its
you should
rightful
be
place.
able to
I
function
command
in a place where you have to relax and just be quiet. And what I see from like 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds at my job, they can't even do that. And so when you think about people that have struggled, sleeping at night, sleep insomnia, or people that are depressed or stressed out, like all the mental illnesses that people want to claim nowadays, you got to be able to see the link between